Hello everybody, welcome to my workbench again. On part 6 of the project Olga World War 2. As you can see, I put some more parts in. Well, actually all the parts are in now here, totally. But what I have to do next is to connect one wire from this point up to that point, but the positive or the plus is going to be. Hey, look at that. Let us see to that. Then we have here a wire to the switch, another from the switch to the plus, and then we have a look here. This point is to there, from this point to there, and then making ground to the potentiometer or the VR. And then the only thing we have to do is from the plus to the jack of the head telephone, or and one back to pin 3 from this valve here, and then everything will be done. And the next thing to do then is align the radio. That's what we're going to do. But before we do that, we are going to spray the front black. I think that makes a nice impression. And then when we have to get those things off, of course, the knobs off and get the scale off. I have to make a second scale. I'm going to use this scale to make a note of the frequencies on the numbers that is on this vernier scale. So we would say, for instance, we have what have we here? 80, 70, 60. Well, we'll put 60 here. And I put then the frequency what belongs to it, and so on and so on. And I will do that with all the 2 bands. I will do that from top to bottom. So we have then, I will note them down so I can make a new one. So I have another marvelous CD here. So we have to do that again. And then we do that on the computer. We put that nicely in there, so it will look nice. And then we get protection sheet on top of that, so that it doesn't get damaged. So this is just provisional there. He will go. I'll put a new one on there with all the trimmings. So that will be it. That will be always the final part of this radio, of course. And I'll keep you informed how we do that, and we have to do that on the computer, of course. But there again, I think when I get those 2 parts of the knobs and the scale or whatever off, I will spray this completely black. I think that will look nice in our suitcase. So I had some look around for the next project. That will be our transmitter. I'm only missing one part. That is my tuning capacitor. So I will look around for that. So Sunday a week there will be a radio market, and I will see if I can find one. Okay guys, so far so good. I will stop the camera now. I'm going to spray this black, what I said, and I will connect all the parts up here. I will get that all done, and then we try to align. I will see if I will do something on camera of that alignment. So will be nice, I think. And yeah, let's take it from there. So I shut down the camera and we'll come back to you when I have more. Okay. Hello everybody. Welcome again. Well, I said in the first part of the video was part 6. That was an hour. That will be part 7 now. So Anyway guys, I did make that morsekey. You can watch that on online, special. Didn't have much interest yet. Well, it doesn't surprise me actually, but there again, it is there to watch if you want to watch it. And then again guys, I made all the connections on the radio, on the headphone, and so on and so on. Tomorrow, it's now 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm tired and I have no energy left to go on. I see another thing I forgot. Still, I have to make the antenna connection on this side to the front there. It will come on, and then the connections for the power supply. I will show you the power supply what I'm going to use. There he is. That will be the power supply I'm going to use to test this video. So anyway guys, I'm a bit tired in my head, so I don't want to go on. You know what that means if you are tired in your head and you're going to make mistakes, and you don't want to make mistakes. So tomorrow I will check the wiring once more via the schematic. Put my antenna on there because I need that for alignment, because as you will know, after I checked the smoke test and everything works, I will see if the oscillators are working. Both. I have to see that. I'll do that on the frequency meter. I think that would be nice. I think we can do it on the scope, but then you only see the signal on there, and that's it. So I want to see exactly what the frequencies are from minus to maximum, and yeah, both sides. I have to check that. It's all part of this video. Will be a part of this video. I will align the 455 kilohertz coils underneath. But I prefer first to check our oscillator if that works as it should. See, it could be this possible that you have to adjust something on there, or even on the bad side, you have to replace, get them off again and replace some things on it. I don't know. I have to see. I'm just looking at the dark side of it. So and to be positive, it will work all together, all right. So there you go. Something else I miss here. Oh dear, what have I done? I see something here that is not very, yes, it caught my eye. No problem, no problem. I have to really connect it together. It's okay, no problem. I'll do that tomorrow. See, if you watch it, you discover all sort of things. Anyway guys, I test the valves, but the filaments, they are working. I saw that the day before. So yeah, oh yeah, I have to show you that as well. I've showed it before on the other one, on the making of the morsekey. But there again, that's how he looks at the moment, at front, so that looks very nice. I'll lower that a bit and zoom out a bit. So, focus it. No. Well, probably I said that before on another video. This is a provisional scale. I'm going to use this scale to mark out the frequencies on the top side. The bottom side doesn't align properly, so yeah, that happens too. So we have to do both frequencies on bands on this. So I will note them down on a piece of paper, and then I'm going to sit behind the computer and fill that all in. Say, for instance, I say something. 30 is 4.5 megahertz, so it will be 40 of 30 will be here, put on there, and 4.5 MC there, 4.5, we know that. So so I will indicate every frequency we can find on that band. So that will be easier to put it on the computer. And then make a proper, nice, correct scale on both sides. And then we will mount that on another CD. We'll cover it up with some protection foil. And then we get this off and put that other one on there. So this is only for show, so just to do this. Anyway guys, there's a lot of work on this little radio. And I enjoy it very much. I did enjoy also making that morsekey. Anyway guys, if you don't get a morsekey at a shop anymore, or you have to pay there a lot of money for it, and you have the materials at home, why not making it yourself? There we go. You don't need much for that, only you have to be able to tap some thread and some material. That's all you have to do. You have to have a saw at home, and that's about it, and a Dremel if you have that. That's all that's necessary, you know. It's just this pure measurement, and first think it through. That's the main thing. First think something through, but don't start straight away. Just think it through, step by step. How are you going to do this? How are you going to do that? I'm going to show you something. I finished my key completely. Tell you what, I'll stop the camera and I'll show you. Okay, hold on. There you go. Another piece of equipment I made, so you can hear them yourself. See, it works perfectly. See, it works. And SOS, by the way, you shouldn't do that on the band. You get getting in a lot of trouble for that. So, as you see, it works perfectly. A nice key. Very nice key. Doesn't cost anything. Doesn't cost jack, actually. So, well, it's a lot better than 250 euros, don't you think? Anyway guys, I will shut down the camera and I'll come back to you. I have more, okay?